Hey guys, it's the next day since I brought this 1978 Chevy Silverado truck home at Tim Dixon. I bought it from Tim Dixon, in case you've kind of gotten behind on my videos. He called it Papaw truck, and I really don't know the story behind this old truck, but it's a pretty solid old truck, and it's the first long bed I've ever had, first truck I've ever had with a camper or bed topper on it, whatever you want to call it. You know, when I drove it home yesterday, I drove it about, I don't know, 20 or 25 miles. It done fine, but you could hear the power steering whining a little bit because Tim said the fluid was low in it. Tim has a gravel parking lot, and that's one good thing about having a concrete driveway like I have, because you can see I've got a issue here with the power steering. The power steering, something is leaking pretty good on it, so I'm going to have to get that taken care of really soon. It's got a master cylinder new, and I see some new hoses, and I think Tim said that he put brakes on it, got the AC fixed. Just different little things. This makes the second truck I've ever had square bodies that a mouse has built a nest in here, so I'm gonna have to get that out. I'm trying to point out all these things because Mrs. PIB, my wife, and I will be cleaning this truck up very soon. Was going to do it today, but as you can see, I know you're not here with me, but it's they call it a wear day, but I call it weather you can wear day, which meaning it's very humid. Just standing out here, it's hot. But anyway, these mouse nests will cause your hood to rust, so I'm going to dig that out here in just a few minutes. What else is I going to tell you? Oh, well, let me do this first. I was going to show y'all all this, but I didn't really see the point. I put me some screws in here. This whole thing was loose. But I got all the... I got the new fenders, the rockers, and the battery tray. I put them up just to get them out of the truck because, yesterday was the first time I've ever drove this truck, ever done anything with this truck, and at all. So it... I'd go around curves and, I could hear something, moving around. It was those fenders or whatever, the rocker, something was moving, probably all of it. But as I said, this truck came with some chairs, and most of them's in pretty good shape. I've opened them up and dumped them out. I don't know how long these chairs have been in here, and they probably got used to going fishing or something. I've noticed a lot of pine needles, so I'm saying that, or I'm thinking, I'm not saying, I guess I'm just thinking out loud to myself that wherever this truck came from, they must have had a lot of pine trees because of all the pine needles. Everywhere I look, there's pine needles. I'm gonna have to get in here one day when it's a nicer day and clean this thing out. My wife and I will, but she was dying to get on it today, but like I said, I'd like to have my garage door open to do that, so you can run in and out and get, step ladders and stuff like that to get up on top and, clean and do all kinds of stuff. But I told her, I said, I know as soon as we get started, it's going to start raining. So it's supposed to here in the next few minutes. My wife looked on the phone, and sure enough, in the next little bit, we're supposed to get it. So, and I'm thinking... I've noticed, a lot of screws, which is not uncommon, but, like I said, if you look at a truck or a car that's old, it seems like it's got a story to tell. And I'm thinking maybe whoever owned this truck maybe was a carpenter or something. I see nails. And of course, as I showed you before, there's a big old piece of plywood back here in the back. And I'm thinking maybe they were a carpenter or done stuff around the house. I'm not sure. I'm always looking at vehicles trying to figure out the story on it. Oh, and by the way, hate to keep repeating myself, but that's that front of that bed, you know, that's blue that I showed you yesterday. If you're not familiar with yesterday's video, please go back and look, or, you know, and check it out and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I'm thinking I might kind of like this camper, or little bed topper thing, camper top, whatever. But I'm not sure. I've been trying to imagine it, what it would look like with it off. So I really don't know just yet. It's in my mind. See sprinkles. Anyway, I'm thinking maybe they were a carpenter. I'm just thinking out loud. I could be totally wrong, but with all this stuff, I'm thinking they had something going on. And I can't figure out for the life of me. I mean, I'm tickled to death that I got those 2 fenders and the rocker panels and battery tray. I'm real happy about all that, but really, it doesn't need them. So I don't know how they wound up in the back of this truck. I honestly don't. So, oh well. Lucky for me, I guess. Usually, when I kind of gather up parts, and something sooner or later will come along that I'll be patting myself on the back, congratulating myself for being smart enough to get them while I had a chance. And like I said, everything's getting higher and higher, shipping and all that, so I'm glad to have the fenders and stuff. I really like messing around with, in case you're a new person, I like messing around with maybe trucks and cars, mostly C10s, that have been neglected and maybe abused. A lot of my stuff's been, that I have gotten in my lifetime, especially the last few years, have been stuff that's been left out in the woods or fixing to be pushed into a ditch to fill up a ditch. It saved one from that, because it would have been completely gone by now. It's a 57 GMC truck, and nobody in the family wanted it. The owner, it was a 1-owner truck, a 6-cylinder, 3-speed on the column, step side bed GMC truck. It's rusty, kind of like this one right here. But man, that wound up being one of the best vehicles I've ever had in my life. I could show it the key and it would just start up and run like a top. But the family, nobody in the family wanted it. They had people come out to, kids, their grandkids and stuff, to look at the truck, and as soon as they seen it, they just turned around and walked off. But I kind of seen value in it, so I got it. And I used to be really dedicated to 55, 6, 7, that model Chevy and GMC trucks. As much as I love C10s, square bodies, that's how much I loved that model truck. So I've had 4 of them. So, but now I've kind of switched over to this. So I just kind of change around now and again. But I don't know how I got started on that. I'm sorry. But anyway, my wife and I was going to get on this truck, and hopefully it won't rain for just a little bit longer. But we got some storms coming the rest of the week, and I don't know when you'll be seeing this video. So hopefully it'll be soon. I was going to tell you too, one more time, just in case, if you leave me a comment on my videos, if you do, well, first of all, thank you. But if you do leave one and I don't respond in a reasonable amount of time, please, send it again or something, a comment, because sometimes YouTube won't let me answer for some strange reason. I don't know. There's been several I felt bad about it. I couldn't answer. Somebody ask a legitimate question or make a comment of some kind, and I want to answer, but sometimes YouTube just won't let me, and I can't figure it out. So anyway, reason I was coming out here real quick, one of the first things I do is squirt WD-40 on my hinges and on my locks. So I'm going to go get some, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I got me some WD-40. I meant to bring it out before I started the video, and then I get sidetracked easy, but look how straight this hood is. I mean, there's no cracks or anything, and most of the time, they're kind of cracked and, you know, bowed up. And I'll show you when I shut the hood how straight this one is. And I had a YouTube subscriber that told me this hood is a 79, and I should have known that, but I just wasn't paying attention. To be honest, when I got the truck, I mean, I'd seen the truck at Tim's at Gas Axe Chop Shop. Be sure to check him out on Facebook, by the way. Gas Axe Chop Shop. Axe is spelled A-X-E. He's a pretty amazing feller and one of my best friends. But anyway, I never had really paid much attention to it. And so, I don't know, somehow we got to talking, and next thing you know, I had this truck. So, normally when that happens, I'm kind of thinking maybe he's found something else that he would like to have. And it's not an issue of money, really. It's just an issue of he's got a whole bunch of stuff and not enough parking space. Oh, I wish I was in that shape. But anyway, I'm going to try to put a little here. This is one of the first things I do with a square body. And if you have one that's got a good hood, I would suggest that you do the same thing, because these hoods will buckle and you'll have a big old crack if you're not real careful. So I just kind of put it on. I don't care if it gets all over the place, just so long as my hood is good. So that's one of my deals. I finally got the door locks to work. I got a set of keys with the truck, of course, but my point is, I had a couple of, well, there's only 2 doors. I had one door that was giving me a lot of trouble unlocking. Finally got it to working, and I'm gonna give it a little lubrication too, just to make everything go good. Dang, that looks like a dang wasp nest in there. I guess it is. No, well, I'll get it later. It looks like maybe just a leaf or a spider web. I'm not really sure. Come on out of there, you little so-and-so. Maybe that was a wasp nest. This truck's been sitting for a while, I'm thinking. So anyway, that's the way it goes. Okay, so now I'm going to do my door locks, and I don't care if it gets on the paint really that much. You know what? I'll have to do this in a minute. Okay, guys, I wound up having to pause the video because I couldn't get the little straw to go in the lock, but I finally did. And so I got the door hinges lubed, the locks lubed, and that's good. Dang wasp nest. Yeah, like I said, I think this truck's been sitting for a while. Hey, the only rust spot I have found on this truck, by the way, is right here. Right there. So, I don't think I'm going to fix that. Man, that door shuts real good now. And check out this hood. I mean, I was opening it very gently and closing it very gently. What little I have opened it, but I mean, it goes up and down very well now. So, like I said, if you have a 70s square body, GMC or Chevrolet or whatever make you have, you might want to put a little lube, WD-40. But see how flat this hood is? That's kind of a rare thing on a Chevy square body in the 70s especially. And I know this ain't much of a video, but I'm just showing you what I'm doing. It's too late to really do a whole lot. I am gonna put these, I don't even know if I showed you, but I'm gonna, of course we're gonna wash it. That's gonna take several hours, I'm thinking. I don't have a pressure washer, so we're gonna have to do it by hand. But I got these center caps I'm gonna put on it. These dust caps, they won't accommodate a flat Chevy center cap. So these will be fine. I'll try to, well, I thought I could get it stick up there, but I'm not going to put them on today. I'm going to try to, I'm missing lug nut. Tim told me I was missing 2 lug nuts, one on each side on the front, because the lug nut was messed up. So I'm going to buy a couple of lug nuts and put on there. Not that it matters that much, but you know, I don't know, I just like to make sure everything's good. Need to spray some here, but on these hinges. But anyway, I just thought I'd tell you what I'm doing. This ain't much of a video. I apologize for that, but if I don't make a video of what I'm doing, my wife and I, with old trucks, then sometimes I forget, you know, I honestly forget what they look like when I first got them. So this is kind of a preview of what's fixing to happen, I guess. But I got to get that power steering fixed. Oh, dang. I know what I was going to do real quick. Tim was telling me how easy this truck will start. So I had him show me. He said, it's my first time to start it. See, pat the accelerator one time. Well, it took 2 pats. But it, you know, it doesn't smoke. I checked the oil in it and it's full. Only thing I gotta address is that power steering pump. I don't know if you can hear it whining, but it's whining. So I'm gonna cut it off. So I've got to do something about that pretty quick. I'm hoping it's nothing expensive, but the way my luck goes, it probably is. So anyway, this is it. Like I said, when we get it kind of cleaned up and see what all we are dealing with, I'll be asking for names for the truck. Gosh, that door shut so much. Everything needed lube, didn't it? Just amazing. I got to open this hood back up when I end the video and get that mouse nest out of there. Mice, like I said, this is the second truck I've had, you know, Chevy square body, and you know, I guess it's an excellent place for a mouse to get up in there and make a nest. So I'm going to get something, dig it all out and clean it up under there and try to prevent any more issues. But I sure would have loved to clean this thing up today, but we got some really weather wear day today. So anyway, I hope you understand. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about this old Papaw truck. That's what I'm calling it for now. But probably be running these wheels for a while, because I got a lot of irons in the fire. If you remember, I got the 78 GMC truck, Shannon. That's the name of it. Left Turn Bill, the 84. Oh yeah, 78 Chevy C10 truck, a Billy James. That's still at Gas X Chop Shop, and it's in the garage as we speak. Anyway, of course, I still got my 75 in the backyard, C10 truck Sky. But it seems like every time I get one of these, it's 8 out of 10 times it's a 78 model. But I was telling my wife, for a 78 model, normally they're all eat out. This one is not. So I'm real happy about that. Like I said, I didn't mean to bore you with such a long video, but I thought maybe somebody might get enthused about it. I know I am. I have a hard time sleeping when there's something new in the driveway that I can piddle with. Try to make this truck pop. Anyway, I think the plan so far is if I get it cleaned up real good, I think I'm going to try to color match it to blue. Of course, this is a lighter shade of blue. All this stuff might be kind of hard to match. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, I'd be grateful. Don't forget, I have a second YouTube channel called Man on a Budget. That is me. And also I have an Instagram, Man on a Budget 1. Of course, you're watching Primered is Best, and I have a Instagram there as well. Primered is Best, and I have Primered is Best on Facebook. Y'all have a wonderful day. God bless each and every one of y'all. Thank you for watching. I really enjoy constructive, good comments. Y'all have a wonderful day. Stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'll see y'all later.